Some people are dropping $1,000 or more for a car a month. I was spending under $300 a month for a car, and that's exactly how we bought our first rental property a few years ago. My car wasn't fancy, but it was reliable. I had a 2002 Toyota Camry, and I don't have that anymore, but I had a 2002 Toyota Camry. It was fuel efficient, it was reliable, and it barely had any maintenance issues. It wasn't fancy at all. It had missing hubcaps, it had missing sidings on the side of the car, but it worked for me. It got me to the most important thing at that time, my job, making the money so I can build my wealth and invest that money in certain areas like the rental property that we bought. So because I had a cheap car, because I paid, maybe $300 a month when you're talking about insurance, gas, and you factor in the maintenance, but you break that down monthly, it's probably under $300 or about $10 a day, maybe less. I would not be able to purchase rental property, and I'm not saying that rental property is the best in the world, because it's really not, but I would not be able to purchase rental property if we had a car payment that was $600, $700. You add on full coverage insurance at $300, $400, then gas at $200, $20, $50, then maintenance on top of that. You're paying a lot of money. You're paying $1,000 plus just to maintain a car, and then you're not able to buy this rental property. You're not able to invest the right amount of money that you want to invest. So because I kept my expenses low with this car, I was able to then put that extra money to this rental property. Like I said, with this difference that I wasn't spending on a super expensive car, since I was spending maybe $300 a month, with the extra money that could have went to a new car, that could have went to vacations or whatever it may be, I put that money towards a high yield savings account, because I knew in my mind that I wanted to buy a rental property that year. So I put a certain amount of money in my high yield savings account, and I just continued to stack and stack and stack. And then before you know it, it was time to pull the trigger. This was not all because I had a cheap car. A big factor is because we had a cheap car, because we had two cheap cars. We weren't paying all this money on insurance, all this money on gas, because we had these cheap vehicles that were very reliable. And I had a goal. My mindset was to invest in my future. I wanted to purchase an asset that will do good for me. I want to purchase an asset that will help build wealth. And I think rentals are a great way to do that. And I'm not saying rentals for everybody, because I don't want to buy any rentals honestly anymore. I'm done buying rentals. I want to invest more money into the stock market, because it's just less risk, it's less volatile, and it's just constant, steady growth. So I like the stock market right now. I'm kind of leaning away from real estate and going more towards the stock market. But this is just the story of how I got the first rental property, and that paying less in car and transportation was one of the main reasons that we were able to buy this rental property. So after months of saving, we were finally able to pull the trigger on this rental property, and has definitely helped build our net worth. Now, for a day-to-day or month-to-month, the raking in cash, no, it's cash flowing, but we just save a lot of the cash flow. I barely spent the money, because I look at the rental property as more of a savings account. It appreciates at 3% a year, hopefully, and it don't really have to pay out of pocket for expenses when it comes to the rental property. It's just kind of a quick video to say that, yes, we had a cheap car. Just the car itself was not the reason we were able to afford the rental property or able to buy the rental property. There's other factors like housing and entertainment and kind of sacrificing things in those areas. But cars do not build wealth. Buying these $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 cars that you may not be able to afford do not build wealth. They're going to do the opposite. They're going to take money out of your pocket. So if you can actually go and buy a used car, go buy a used Honda. I'm looking at a few right here, these Honda Civics. I saw like 5 Honda Civics right here. They look very good. They're probably 2008 cars, and you can go drive them till the wheels fall off. But take care of them. Make sure you get the fluids changed, change your tires, get your oil changes. And these cars can last you a long time if you shop right. And you'll see your finances change for the better if you just focus on getting a used car and not these brand new cars with these $1,000 a month payments, or these $600 a month payments. Then you add on insurance and gas, they end up being $1,000. So go for a used car. There's nothing wrong with going used. You're not trying to impress anyone at the stoplight. If you're not able to invest your money, if you're not able to save money, first go look at the driveway, and then look at the house you're in. And then you might see that there's some things that you can get rid of, but you can start investing and saving your money. Quick video saying basically, because we had lower expenses, because we avoided lifestyle creep, we're able to invest into our future. And I believe that's the case for a lot of things. If you're able to avoid lifestyle creep, if you're able to live within your means, if you're able to, maybe not go out to eat as much, you might be able to invest and save money, especially if things are tight. You should not be going out to eat. You should not be going on vacations, especially if things are tight. And then find ways to make more money, find ways to build your income, and find ways to invest your income. So you can do this more entertainment. Try to build your income as best you can. Get 2 or 3 jobs if you have to. It's nothing wrong with it. This is the life we're in now. Sometimes you have to have 2 jobs to make it work. And that's just what it's going to be. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Leave some comments down below. What are your monthly payments? Do you have monthly payments? And us personally, we just got a new car, honestly, but we made these sacrifices early on that now we can go out here and buy a new car, and we can, kind of start enjoying life a little bit more, because we were still enjoying life before, because we made these sacrifices and we live within our means. We spent less than we make. We were still able to live a little bit, but now we actually just bought a new car. So no more 2002 Camry. I'm also done real estate investing, and the car that we bought didn't, and it's not affecting our monthly investing. So everything's good. Everything looks good right now. We'll see how it goes in the future. We're gonna keep this car. We did get a loan on it. Not crazy about that, but we put down more than 50% on the car, and it's on a 3-year loan, and it's not within 10% of our income. So it is not too bad for us. It's still a liability, and that money could have definitely been invested, but we have an investment plan. When you have an investment plan, you can make moves like this, because you can say, hey, yeah, I could invest this large lump sum of money into my account, but what's it going to really do for me? At the end of the day, I'm probably going to have more money when I retire, because I invested this lump sum. But if I just continue to invest the amount that I'm investing now, I'm still going to have the same amount of money that I already know I will have. So yeah, I can have a little bit more in the future, but guess what? My investment plan says if you continue to invest the same amount of money that you're investing right now, you're going to be all set. There's no need to invest this big lump sum. But I could have. It would have been the smart thing to do. But sometimes you got to live a little bit, right? So this was our living a little bit. And we're, like I said, we're still able to invest the same amount of money. So again, let me know what you think about this video. Leave some comments in the section below. Do you have car payment? What is your car payment? What do you think about car payments? And I'll see you guys in the next video.